That's all for this edition of Dateline. We'll see you again Thursday at 10, 9 Central. And of course, I'll see you each weeknight for NBC Nightly News. I'm Lester Holt. For all of us at NBC News, good night.
Whatever the holidays mean to you, get the most out of them in a new Honda. Whether it's taking in the lights with all your friends in a spacious Accord, or taking in a snow day in a rugged CRV. Your holiday adventure awaits with a new Honda during Happy Honda Days. Buy online, reserve from select dealers, or visit your local Honda dealer today.
Good evening, everyone. Chris Allen here live at 10 here on News 40. We've got some light rain and even some snow showers falling over the city of Bowling Green right now from our AAA Systems live cam showing you downtown, and some of that reflectivity now showing up on the live radar as well. Even though it's fairly light, there's still some of that that's going to be out there this evening until we get this system out of here. So for tonight, 35. Temperatures will stay above freezing. Light rain and snow showers and drizzle. All of that will be coming to an end early tomorrow morning. I've got the rest of your holiday weekend forecast coming up here in just a few minutes.
Good evening, I'm Noah Fairber. Thanks for joining us tonight for News 40 at 10. Our top story tonight, current Bowling Green Mayor Todd Alcott has announced he's running for re-election. In a post on X, formerly known as Twitter, this afternoon, Alcott announced he would be seeking a second term in office, filing today to run for mayor, saying, quote, "Bowling Green is a blessed and growing community, and if re-elected, I will continue to lead and serve with our amazing city team," unquote. Alcott was elected to his first term as Bowling Green's mayor in the 2020 election. Moving to crime news, the owner of a Bowling Green massage business has been charged after police say he has been accused of inappropriately touching a woman. BGPD confirmed 38-year-old Linnaeus D. Offit, owner of Phenomenal One Massage in downtown Bowling Green, was arrested on Thursday after a woman accused him of inappropriately touching her during a massage. Offit is now facing charges of first-degree rape and first-degree sexual abuse and was taken to the Warren County Detention Center, where he has since been released on a $25,000 cash bond. When more information becomes available, we will bring it to you online at WNKY.com. A mother and son are dead after police say a car hit them at the intersection of Ken Bale Boulevard and Scottsville Road. According to the Bowling Green Police Department, a 17-year-old was coming to a green light at the intersection when he saw two people crossing against the signal. When he tried to stop, the back right side of his truck hit both people, who have now been identified as 32-year-old Christopher Mead and 48-year-old Christina Mead. The mother and son were taken to the Med Center in Bowling Green, where they were pronounced dead. BGPD says that Christina was riding a motorized scooter at the time, and another adult son of hers ran ahead and was not injured. No charges have been filed against the driver as of now, but News 40 will continue to update you as more information is released. In more local news now, as National Impaired Driving Prevention Month comes to a close, we want to remind you to remain proactive. If you're celebrating or enjoying the new year, it's important that you plan ahead if you will be under the influence. Experts expect a 117% increase in drunk driving related accidents that hurt people and, unfortunately, in many cases, lead to death. Sometimes having too much fun can lead to these serious accidents.
I just don't know of anybody who wants to be responsible for ruining someone's life just for the sake of having a good time. I think it's more often than not paying attention to the details, getting into it, and people start having fun, then they start having more fun, and then a little bit more fun, and all of a sudden you don't know, who's able to drive.
To make sure that your friends and family are safe, be intentional about having a designated driver or use a rideshare app. With the new year upon us, maybe it is time to do your part for people around you by donating blood. Groups like Blood Assurance keep that blood in the South Central Kentucky region and use it to save the lives of friends, loved ones, and neighbors in need. The most needed types that Blood Assurance is asking for are O positive and O negative, and as Max Winnitz puts it, no act of charity is easier.
If you ask me, this is the easiest way in the world to make a difference in somebody's life, and by giving and taking an hour out of your day, you are literally saving lives by rolling up that sleeve and donating this life-saving fluid.
Keep a lookout for blood donation events near you. Blood Assurance will be hosting a large event on the 19th of January in Nashville aimed at attracting first-time donors in the LGBTQIA+ community thanks to new FDA guidelines. Many people struggle to get in their exercise each week, and with people sitting more and more for work, what can be done to get more steps in? Well, News 40 reporter Tucker Covey learned how Bike Walk BG is helping Bowling Green walk more this winter and has the details.
Bike Walk BG coordinator Natasha Smith was looking for a way to get more people moving in the winter to fight seasonal depression. She thinks a walking group might be the key.
I actually watched a webinar on winter placemaking, which is just finding ways to take advantage of your surroundings and your community, the resources that you have available, and trying to make a sense of community and be active through the winter. And it seemed like walking is the easiest way to do that.
This walking group keeps people moving, gets them socializing, and can help some find a way to keep pace with their New Year's resolutions.
If you have an accountability buddy, it's a really good way to stay on track with any resolutions or just general, I want to do better at something. So we've got this group, and if you want to commit to it, you can tell us ahead of time that you're going to be here. But otherwise, it's just a group that you know is going to show up. And you start to know people in the group and you feel more of a sense of responsibility to those people and you're more likely to stick with it.
This sense of community has already made some people race to the group. People like Heather Kessler, who wanted to remain active this winter.
This is my first time to participate in the walking program, and I was looking forward to it, a good way to get out of the house, even though it's a little chilly today, or a whole lot chilly today, but I still think that, you know, meeting new people and enjoying our downtown. I'm a downtown person, and it's a good opportunity to be in an area I like and get some exercise at the same time.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Tucker Covey, WNKY News 40.
As we wrap up 2023, we must look at the major milestones accomplished by several tourism attractions here in Bowling Green. The number of visitors who come to Bowling Green surpasses previous years, and thanks to the ARPA funds, tourism has impacted Bowling Green and cities like Atlanta, Cincinnati, and so much more.
While we do have a good presence from within the state coming to Bowling Green, we are seeing lots of different markets coming from outside of the state as well. I mean, it's exciting to hear Governor Beshear announce, you know, what the impact has been for the year.
The economic increase wasn't the only benefit of tourism. In Bowling Green, it also helped the average Kentucky household save hundreds of dollars, and the tourism will bring more in 2024. That was a look at some of our top stories tonight. Now let's send things on over to Weather Chief Chris Allen for a look at the rest of our year's forecast.
Yeah, the rest of the year, what's left of it. We still have some snow showers occasionally mixing with some light rain or even some other frozen precipitation, but a lot of this is just beginning to fade away. It's been doing that for the last several hours. Give it the overnight, and a lot of this will just begin to fade away during the late night and very early tomorrow morning. The clouds, though, may stay with us for a while longer. After a high of 41 today and a low of 38, temperatures will warm up just a little bit more over the coming days. I'll have a look at your 7-day forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Noah?
All right, Chris. Moving to consumer news, as airports continue to break daily passenger records, this year's holiday season has airlines asking the FAA for help. Sam Brock has more.
As American airports smash records with millions of travelers. Miami tonight, once again leading the nation in delays, according to FlightAware, with more than 300.
There's got to be more than just this line for this amount of people.
As the country copes with nearly 4,000 delays coast to coast. The Canes family trying to trek their way from South Florida through Texas to Tulsa.
Expect to leave on time, but it is flying commercially in 8 hours with 3 kids. So we're realistic. We're realistic. They're great, but we're realistic.
Florida airports appear to be particularly bustling. One woman in Orlando posting a time lapse of an astonishingly long security line. As the airport tells NBC News they're expecting record traffic during this holiday period. Meantime, Miami just broke an all-time record for daily travelers. As a triple whammy of high volume, weather, and short staffing in air traffic control has prompted the airlines to write this letter to the feds pleading for help in Florida. While in Chicago, crowds are a given, but passengers say it's largely been smooth.
It's been the regular experience I think that everyone else has, just trying to come home for the holidays.
With O'Hare in San Francisco, also among the nation's most delayed airports tonight.
Some good news for home buyers facing the least affordable housing market since the 1980s. Long-term mortgage rates keep falling. For the 9th week in a row, Freddie Mac reported a drop in U.S. mortgage rates. 30-year fixed-rate mortgage rates fell to an average 6.61% for the week ending December 28th. That's just a hair down from the previous week's 6.67%. The drop over the past 2 months has been partly fueled by the anticipation of Federal Reserve rate cuts expected next year. The health news now. Beginning the new year is not the easiest thing to do. And if you're looking for a quick way to kickstart your New Year's resolution, look no further than injectable IV therapy. It's an effective approach filled with vitamins that go straight to your bloodstream, leaving you with a new year, new you, and new health.
IV vitamin therapy, the vitamins are going directly to the source. Rather than when you take them by mouth, they have to go through your GI tract to get into the blood. So therefore, it goes directly into the blood whenever we put it in through IVs.
Whether you have partied too hard for the holidays or if you want to be healthier, you can learn more about this new vitamin therapy by visiting our website, WNKY.com. If you're hoping to be a better version of yourself in the new year, changing unhealthy habits and focusing in on new goals are keys to success. In today's Health Minute, how to get into a healthy mindset for 2024. Say goodbye to unhealthy habits and hello to a new mindset for the new year.
It's very easy to focus on the negatives. It oftentimes takes more work to focus on the positives and things that we're thankful for.
Licensed clinical psychologist Adam Borland with Cleveland Clinic says you can reach healthy goals by shifting how you think about yourself.
We're kinder to ourselves. We're using more encouragement and gratitude. That does go a long way in terms of how we approach those sources of stress and those obstacles in our day-to-day life.
To keep that healthier mindset all year, Borland says to practice gratitude, appreciate the good things rather than focus on the bad, and recognize the role of choice. You choose how to respond to stress.
Are they an opportunity for growth, or do we view them as just simply another headache to deal with?
He says to simplify life by monitoring social media use and focusing on self-care, maybe deep breathing or meditation. Prioritize being mindful by doing something that's meaningful to you.
If there's some sort of creative hands-on outlet, whether it's cooking, something creative, some musical outlet, I encourage people to carve out time like that every day.
Finally, be active. It's not only important to physical, but mental health too. Borland says it's also important to maintain social connections so you don't feel isolated. And focusing on healthy eating as well as limiting alcohol can also help your mindset. He says to make sure you take time away from the stressors in your life, and that means taking your vacation time from work. Still to come on News 40 at 10, growing legal challenges for former President Donald Trump as Maine removes him from the state's primary ballot. The latest details in just a bit, but first, Weather Chief Chris Allen has a full look at our forecast. We've got a little wintry system making its way into south central Kentucky. He'll tell you when you can expect it and the rest of your year's forecast right after this.
WNKY News 40 is always on. Visit WNKY.com for your latest in local news, sports, and weather.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2023 sale. Join the Judgment-Free Zone and get equipment for every workout for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry! Deal ends Friday, December 29th.
It's festive family fun. Gingerbread house. I mean, this is dictionary. Yeah. Are you not entertained? Every weekday, live. Weekdays at 11:30 on NBC 40.
You're not going to want to miss this.
Jeopardy, like the Everest of trivia.
Spit and truth therapy.
You gotta feel smart. If you wanna look smart, dress smart, be smart, think smart, talk smart, eat smart. You are smart, smarty pants.
You got to unleash the power.
Weeknights at 6 on WNKY, NBC 40.
Time now for a full look at our forecast with Weather Chief Chris Allen. Chris, I can't believe it's the last News 40 at 10 of 2023. I know I've said it all day, but
he did it at 5, he did it at 6, now he's doing it at 10.
Gotta complete the trifecta. But it's crazy to think about.
We need some confetti or something.
We do, yeah. Confetti, party hats, we need the whole, everything.
After this show, we're done for the year.
Exactly.
We won't see each other till next year.
That's true.
How about that?
That's true. But we are seeing a wintry mix, I will say that.
Yes, there is a little wintry mix. Thank you, Noah.
Yeah, of course.
All right, here's a look at temperatures right now, and some of that precipitation is coming through. And just like at 5 and 6 and now at 10, temperatures have not moved that much. We're still in the mid to upper 30s across the area, and that is keeping us from having any kind of issues as far as travel across the area. Yes, there's a little bit of snow and there's a little bit of light rain coming down, but I'm telling you, if temperatures here were just a few degrees colder, a little bit closer to 32 or less, then we would have some issues. But we've got enough of a west-southwesterly breeze coming through that is going to help keep our temperatures up as we go into the overnight hours. That's why I'm saying low impact or no impact at all from any snow that is coming down out there. It is chilly, though. We've got 29 Glasgow, Edmonton, Campbellsville, Hardinsburg. Wind chill temperatures. That's the way it feels when you step outside and some of that drizzle and light rain and snow shower activity hits you in the face. That's what it feels like. So, yeah, the wind chill temperatures are close to freezing, but not much else. 38 at the airport with a southwest wind coming in at 9. And of course, the low clouds that you see here on live cam, that is also going to act as a blanket holding in just a little bit of heat from today, what little heat we had. And so that's going to keep our temperatures from going down to freezing during the overnight hours tonight. So I don't anticipate any slick spots or any issues with anything tomorrow morning or even late tonight. So here's the frontal boundary, a leftover from the old cold core low, which is now moving out away from us. So once this comes through, we're just about done with all this activity. A warmer southwesterly flow will start to take over tomorrow. Any leftover precipitation will start to fade away. We'll get a warmer flow as we get into Saturday. I think we'll start with some clouds, but then in the afternoon we may see a little bit of sun coming through, and then a secondary front will come through late Sunday into early Monday. This one will not produce precipitation, but it will bring in some much colder air for the very first day of 2024. There will be a big dip in the jet stream, the upper level system track, as you see here. Another shot of colder air, but this time no precipitation, except when you get into the higher elevations of Appalachia. If you get into the Blue Ridge, the Great Smoky Mountains, they will see some snow, but it won't be anywhere close to us. But just get ready, because New Year's Eve night into New Year's Day, this is what you're going to get. Just a lot of cold air. Will go from the 50s into the 40s and then down into the 20s for overnight lows during that period, as you'll see. 35 tonight, light rain, drizzle, snow showers, but no big deal as it comes through the area. Then tomorrow, we're going to look at some clouds in the morning and then sunshine in the afternoon and a high of only 45, but we go 50 on Sunday for New Year's Eve. And then there you go. That's that shot of cold air. Monday, we only make it up to 41. Look at those lows in the 20s. The next shot of any wintry precipitation will come on Wednesday. And we're back with more News 40 at 10 in just a moment.
Feels good to be
Save big this weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase. Now is the perfect time to refresh your space. Shop in the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
The holidays are winding down.
Coming through.
Time to recharge with a new Toyota during the final days of Toyotathon.
Toyota is offering $1,000 APR cash on new gas model 2024 RAV4s. Toyota, let's go places.
Kick off the new year in style at Garcia's Bar and Grill in downtown Bowling Green. Groove all night long to the soulful sounds of T. Martell and a live DJ. Plus, enjoy all your Garcia's favorites. Garcia's New Year's Bash in downtown Bowling Green.
Right now, a brand new move-in ready Jayco home is more affordable than you might think. Jayco Homes has the gift of a low 5.5% 30-year fixed interest rate that's guaranteed for the life of your loan. You'll enjoy open, spacious living, and your family will be comfortable throughout the year with our exclusive Energy Smart technology. Find your dream home today at JaycoHomes.com. Yes, you really can be home for the holidays.
I'm waking up my day. So let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on. Keep the morning moving right along. Yeah, I'm waking up my day. This 40 sunrise way. I'm waking up my day. WNKY. Yeah, when you want the force to get you out the door. I'm waking up my day. Got this 40 sunrise way.
Weekday morning starting at 6.
Feels good to be home.
Save big this weekend during Ashley's New Year's Bash. Thursday through Monday, get 25% off your entire purchase or get 0% interest for 60 months with no down payment. Shop the New Year's Bash this weekend only at Ashley.
The battle on whether former President Trump can be on the Republican presidential ballot continues to heat as Maine becomes the second state behind Colorado to ban the former president from running again. Ryan Nobles has the latest.
For the second time in 2 weeks, a state has ruled that Donald Trump is ineligible to run for president of the United States.
It was not a close call on the question of whether January 6th, 2021 was an insurrection. The events of January 6th, 2021 were unprecedented and tragic.
Sheena Bellows, the Secretary of State in Maine, a Democrat, determined that Trump's actions on January 6th constitute a violation of the 14th Amendment. The weight of the evidence makes clear that Mr. Trump was aware of the tinder laid by his multi-month effort to delegitimize a Democratic election and then chose to light a match, she wrote. The decision in Maine is similar to one in Colorado, and in both cases, the ruling won't go into effect until the appeals process is exhausted, meaning Trump will remain on the ballot for now. The Trump campaign promised to appeal and called the decision hyper-partisan. His GOP opponents agreed.
That turns on its head every notion of constitutional due process.
There are similar challenges playing out in states across the country. 4 other states, including Arizona, Minnesota, Michigan, and now California, have determined that Trump can stay on the ballot. Maine's Democratic Congressman Jared Golden, who voted to impeach Trump, argued removing him from the ballot is a mistake. Until he is actually found guilty of the crime of insurrection, he should be allowed on the ballot, he said in a statement. It also opens the door for the Trump campaign to raise money and fire up his base.
It makes him a martyr. You know, he's very good at playing poor me, poor me. He's always complaining.
The timing means that Trump will remain on the ballot for the primaries, but it is setting up a showdown in the U.S. Supreme Court, which will likely have the final say.
For the second time this month, the Biden administration has bypassed Congress to approve the transfer of nearly $150 million in military equipment to Israel. The State Department says Secretary of State Antony Blinken informed Congress he made an emergency determination to immediately approve the transfer. It includes fuses, charges, and primers that make 155mm shells functional. The additional items were added to previous sales, increasing the total value to nearly $150 million. Meanwhile, in Ukraine, rescue teams desperately searched for survivors after Russia launched its largest air assault of the war. Dozens of people were killed and civilian areas turned to rubble. David Martin has the latest from the Pentagon as aid to Ukraine remains stalled.
122 Russian missiles plus dozens of drones striking cities all across Ukraine. Apartments, a shopping mall, even a maternity hospital were hit.
We've seen the Russians stockpiling missiles in particular and building lots of drones to be able to do lots of strikes this winter.
Can Russia keep up this volume of fire?
The Russians can keep up a volume of fire of drones that is very high. They cannot sustain this volume of missile attacks consistently for a long time.
Ukraine said it shot down most of the incoming missiles and drones, but it can do that only as long as the U.S. and its allies keep supplying air defense systems.
If the military aid stops, not only will Ukraine lose the ability to defend itself against these missile strikes, but it might also lose the ability to keep Russian bombers out of the airspace over its cities.
One of the Russian missiles fired at Ukraine actually flew through Polish airspace. We even sent fighters to shoot it down, he said, but the missile got away. On vacation in the Caribbean, President Biden issued a statement saying the massive bombardment proves Putin seeks to obliterate Ukraine, adding he must be stopped. The president called on Congress to pass a $50 billion aid package for Ukraine, which is currently stalled in the Senate. Until that happens, administration officials say there is no more money for Ukraine. David Martin, CBS News, The Pentagon.
When we come back, Patrick Carey is in with a look at your sports.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you've suffered a personal injury, I can help. Call our office today for a free consultation.
At Infinity Pipeline, your family is our family. Our employees are the foundation of what we do. And what matters to you matters to us. We're now hiring the next generation of skilled workers to help grow our community. Apply now. InfinityPipeInc.com. John's credit report isn't perfect, but here he is looking more surprised than a caterpillar waking up as a butterfly. You see, John just got approved to finance a car with low monthly payments that fit his schedule because Byrider looked at extra factors beyond his credit score, like his income. Now there's no telling what John can do next. Right now at Byrider's year-end event, you'll find flexible payment options on quality cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Is the best place to shop and work. We stay motivated with daily massages.
It is just like the North Pole around here. Santa and his elves are delivering daily. We can make a calendar out of our delivery team. Meet Mr. November, always smiling and ready to deliver your sofa. For over 40 years, we are proud to be a locally owned and operated business. We are so thankful for the continued support of our community.
Name something with a diamond in it.
Diamondback rattlesnake.
It's in the name. Name a low-calorie food you might make your edible underwear out of.
Salmon.
Watch it weeknights. Share it the next day.
Wild caught Norwegian teriyaki.
Sharing the fun.
Weeknights at 5 and 6:30 on CBS 40.
Tune in for my new game show, Person, Place, or Thing. This thing was an event that took place on a dairy farm, and it was not my after-prom party. It'll have you guessing along at home.
Is this Woodstock?
Get your guess on
WNKY, NBC 40.
Well, welcome to Sports, the WK Lady Toppers. We're back in Diddle Arena tonight. The Lady Tops hosted West Virginia State as the team searched for their 9th win on the season to close out conference play before conference play. The Tops were dominant, picking up the win 97-39. WKU outscored West Virginia State 28-2 in the second quarter of play. Destiny Salary continued her stellar play, leading all scorers with 25 points on the night. The team tips off conference play next week against Liberty. Well, the WKU men's basketball team is also set to return to Diddle Arena. Tops will host Abilene Christian tomorrow afternoon to close out the non-conference slate this season. WKU is currently 10-3 to start the year, which is the best start since 2004.
Tip-off is set for 2 p.m. Well, to Lexington now as the Kentucky Wildcats hit the hardwood tonight, hosting Illinois State. Cats picked up their 4th win in a row, taking care of business this evening in Rupp Arena, 96-70. Antonio Reeves led all scorers with 27 points tallied against his former school. The Cats now turn to SEC play, and Coach Cal had this to say about Florida, who's up next.
Day off on Sunday, and then we got a bunch of two-a-days to get us in the right frame of mind. Going to be a hard game down there. It's always a hard game. It's sold out already, sold out weeks ago. They're good. They've got size. Their big kid's good. Their guard plays good. Florida's good.
Well, to the gridiron now as the Kentucky Wildcats took on the Clemson Tigers this afternoon in the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Kentucky found themselves up 21-10 in the second half with almost complete control until the Cats turned the ball over 3 times in a row, giving Clemson the lead in the 4th quarter. Bowling Green alumni Jordan Dingle set the Cats up to take the lead as Ray Davis found the end zone with just under 3 minutes remaining. But Clemson stormed down the field, found the end zone with 20 seconds left, completing the comeback win. Here were Stoops' thoughts after the loss.
The bottom line is I greatly appreciate our team's approach, the way they worked, the way they did things throughout the weeks leading up to this, the way they were down here, and the way they fought and played a very tough game. You know, coaching-wise, I think there's a lot of things that we could do a lot better, and we need to get to that.
Well, to the pros now, as the Tennessee Titans will be back in action this upcoming weekend. The Titans will be visiting the Houston Texans for a divisional showdown. Derrick Henry struggled in the last Titans matchup with Houston, only tallying 6 rushing yards and 1 lone receiving yard. Henry spoke on the bounce back he's looking for against this team.
Just really the main focus is playing better than the previous game and playing a lot better, really. So they did a great job last game. Just watch a lot of film, see a lot of things you can correct and learn from, and then go out there and try to be effective and efficient on Sunday.
And finally, the Nashville Predators were in action tonight in Detroit against the Red Wings. The Preds were looking for a bounce-back night, but Detroit's Lucas Raymond found the back of the net in overtime, giving the Red Wings a 5-4 win. Nashville has now dropped 3 straight, but looks to get a win over the Capitals tomorrow night. Well, that's a look at sports. We'll be right back.
I'm waking up my day, so let's get it started. Turn it up, turn it on, keep the morning moving right along.
Watch WNKY News 40 Sunrise for the latest in local news.
Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise.
Weather on the 4s to get you out the door.
Good morning to everyone at home.
And local events and entertainment to jumpstart your day.
News 40 Sunrise Way.
Weekday mornings starting at 6.
It's the Planet Fitness You Can Still Join a Gym in 2023 sale. Now through December 29th, join for just $1 down, $10 a month, and you can still do that thing you said you'd do 11 and a half months ago. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. And with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. It's not too late. This can still be your year. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime, and pay nothing until January 17th. Hurry. Deal ends Friday, December 29th.
It's that time of year again, America. So let's light up the season during the Make the Holidays Bright sales event. Choose from a large inventory of Ford vehicles equipped with technology, space, and flexibility for any season. Get special offers on our adventure-ready SUVs or on our great selection of Ford trucks. And make the holidays bright with Ford. Now get a new Bronco Sport with 1.9% financing for 60 months plus $3,000 bonus cash and no payments for 90 days. Only at your local Ford dealer.
I'm Hugh Trimble.
And the Atomic Ranch Band.
Tune in to hear some folk, some stories, some rock and roll. Hear our newest drummer. This week on Marquee Backstage.
Check it out.
See you soon.
It's time, y'all.
Come on. Man, know that I would not.
It's a new season from my new home in NYC.
Weekdays at 3 on WNKY NBC 40.
Coming up next year on News 40 Sunrise, learn the story of how one local veteran has served our country in next week's Voices of Honor.
Plus, dive deep into a piece of local history with News 40's Talia Butler in our upcoming Throwback Thursday.
These stories only on News 40 Sunrise.
Well, before we wrap up here, guys, I'm going to start with my New Year's resolution. I'm just going to try to eat healthier and, work on my body a little bit and stay healthy this year. What about you, Chris?
I don't make resolutions, so I get to keep mine all the time because every year I say no resolutions and I get to keep that one.
There you go.
It's easy.
My resolution is to sit in the corner here and just cheer you guys on for your resolutions.
Oh, Pshaw.
Oh, yeah, that's great logic there. We'll take it. We'll take all the support we can get and let you take the weather, Chris.
All right, light rain tonight, snow showers. Low of 35, no big deal.
Yeah, nothing crazy, right? Well, that does it for tonight's edition of News 40 at 10. Join us back here on Monday at 6 a.m. for News 40 Sunrise. Have a good night and a good rest of your year.